Hello and welcome to It Came From Third Party, a new show here on YouTube to highlight third-party content for D&D, 5th edition mainly, and of course other sources. What do we have here today?
First, we have Primeval Thule, a campaign setting based upon the adventures of Conan the Barbarian and other hot-blooded heroes. Coming to us live from Sasquatch Games. A name you might remember from the third party, well it's technically first party, adventure Prince of the Apocalypse for 5th edition. You know the first good one? That was them.
Oh, that's fun. This one, from what I've read, it's pretty much Conan the Barbarian, only more forests and snakes.
And of course, Eldritch Abominations.
Those are always fun.
As always. Now you see, this book also has not just a Robert E. Howard influence, but a Lovecraft influence, who, as some of you may know, was a great friend of Robert E. Howard.
That's nice.
Yes, as is the writing in this book. Within it, you have new gods, as well as some familiar old ones, like Tiamat.
Or Asura.
And, of course, Ishtar from real life. Well, I'm not saying gods are real, let's not get into that. But it's got a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, it does. I like a lot of the spells that it introduces, because one of my biggest criticisms of 5th edition is that a lot of the spells, it's just you can cast them at any time, and then it'll have its effect. When there's spells in this, like Bloodlust Cloud, which will only affect enemies that have their health below 50%.
Now, in this first section of the book, you also have lovely things such as a timeline, a brief oversight of the book.
Oh yeah, it's a multiple-page history of the world. It's really interesting.
It's even written in character by a scribe of some king.
Which is always fun. I really like when there's content in universe.
But the best part is a lot of this content can be used anywhere, especially the content in Chapter 2.
So, what's this second chapter about?
Well, the second chapter focuses on mainly player options. You're going to have the equipment in it, you're going to have the races, and of course, you're going to have the narratives.
What are narratives?
Well, narratives are little bonuses your characters gain as levels. It's not exactly a class, but it's more like a mini archetype where your character gains perks as his journey continues.
So like the one about the spell grimoire.
Yes, the Bearer of the Black Book. It has a little backstory that any GM can use to easily give drama to your campaign, or just to give interest to any character. As a GM, you can use it for backstory. As a player, you can use it to help you decide where to go.
I'm pretty sure that if you were to choose the Warlock Pact with the Black Tome, that is already from the base game, that would probably make a pretty good pairing.
Yes, but Warlocks and Fool cannot choose certain things. Like the Fade Patron and Fool, they are unheard of.
Probably,
so,
yeah.
If you want to use heavy Fade campaign shit, this ain't your book.
Yeah.
What is also missing is traditional arms and armor. Crossbows, plate armor, you're not going to find it here. Or not even simple things like caltrops and barbarians.
Yeah, this is Conan's world.
And it's a world with a new cleric domain. Well, actually, two. The Cosmic and the Snake.
Mm-hmm. Ophidian.
That too, apparently. I don't even know the meaning of the word. And we're back from an ever-erratic jump cut.
Yes.
To talk about
Chapter 3.
A.k.a. The Atlas of Thule. Here, Sasquatch Games has made a great setting.
Yeah, I've been looking through a lot of it. A lot of interesting locales, like the City of the Ten Towers.
Yes, where 9 evil mages have taken over, leaving one empty tower for whoever can conquer it. If your PC wants to be a lord of a city full of thieves and criminals, well,
he can.
Yeah. Other interesting facts about the setting is that elves are addicted to the black milk of Shub Niggurath. And I am sorry if I offended him with that language.
Oh, I'm sure someone will find offense from it.
Lovecraft, you have screwed me over for the last time.
Oh no, not yet. There's plenty of more Lovecraft screwery going on in this world.
And many others. But enough of that. Chapter 4 deals with running a campaign in Fool.
Yeah, the fourth chapter, it comes with 3 ready-to-play adventures, so you can really get started in the world.
As well as more focus on the narratives for players.
Yeah.
Now, Chapter 5 focuses on the City of Thieves, and we don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah, it's really fun. So, what is Chapter 6 about?
So, Chapter 6, that is the bestiary, full of monsters and villains.
Yes. There's a whole bunch of new stuff for savage wildlife, and the great old ones make an appearance here.
Migo, Starspawn.
The Giver of Eyes.
Yes, isn't that your favorite?
Yes. You see, because it also has he has this disease he gives people where they gain a whole bunch of eyes and an immunity to mental attacks, but at the cost of madness.
Just like herpes. Just like herpes. My favorite creature was a Rakshasa Raja.
Those are in the standard game too, right?
Well, not the Raja. This is a more powerful variant. Well, actually, slightly less powerful. Well, he can summon 2 sword spirits, so I argue he's more powerful than the standard Rakshasa.
Pretty interesting.
Other creatures you'll find are abominable sloths, saber-toothed tigers, short-faced bears, something called Migo, which Lovecraft fans will probably recognize.
The Star Spawn thing.
Yes. You're also going to encounter cultists, snake men who really pair well with Yuan-Ti if you feel like injecting them into outside of Fool or injecting Yuan-Ti into Fool.
The only people that have really complained about that are the lizard folk.
Yes, because they demand separate representation.
Every time.
Every time.
Yes.
Now, should we go talk about Chapter 7 or do jump cut? I think we can handle it.
I think we can handle it, yes.
Chapter 7 has spells and magic. It's got your items, it's got all your fun stuff in it.
Yes, all the fun additional content.
Like, say, Steve, what's your favorite spell?
It's a tie for me between the Bloodlust Cloud and Snake Hands.
Well, I think we can all agree Snake Hands, much like Jazz Hands, is a fun spell to cast. My favorite spell is also Snake Hands, in all honesty. That or Animate Blades, because what's cooler than just summoning a bunch of swords and making them kill people on your behalf?
Especially since players will start to accumulate weaponry over time.
Now, another amazing thing that Sasquatch Games has done is they've added the little histories for magical items in this book.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yes, Rakshasas, they have their own magic items. Barbarians, you might wield a hammer made from the head of a glacier, or heart of a glacier. Damn it. Oh well, we'll keep that flub in.
Yes, it's fine. I also, it says lore and flavor of each race's flavor of magic and how it works, essentially.
But the best part is, it's pretty system agnostic. You could probably file it off and apply it in any other campaign setting. It has barbarians, many of us.
Mm-hmm. Easy application of other realms, essentially.
Now I think you're asking yourself, should I buy this book? And the answer is, maybe.
Yeah, it's alright.
I liked it a lot. Now this is an early third party, damn it, 5th edition book. It's got heart. It's got monsters. Mm-hmm. It's got player options. It's got narrative. It's got everything you need. It's a great supplement. On its own, I'd say it's damn fun. I'd play in this campaign of it, would you?
I actually sort of wanna, yeah.
It's great for episodic gameplay. So if you have flaky players but a lot of options, use it. And it's beautiful. I find it
The artwork is really
The artwork is good. It's classic. It gives you that 1980s feel sometimes. It pairs well with the core game. Nothing's too overpowered. You've got not much to lose and everything to gain. Links to the book will be in the subscription below. Or above if YouTube, changes things or decide. I'm not quite sure.
They change it
We're in the past. We're in the past. And remember, don't
heresy.
I know what you're thinking. Hate speech is a liberal definition. And also, for all your Third party review needs. Subscribe to nerdarchy. Ah, shit. Us.
If you do want to post hate speech, please send it to martinshkreli@gmail.com.
Who's that again?
He's the guy who's...
Oh, yeah, alright.
He's in jail, don't worry. He'll get them...
We're not associated with him unless it's good or bad.
Don't worry.
On next week's episode, we dig into the Game Master's toolbox with Revenge of the Horde.